Questions. Let. About professional education. Part 22. Question number 1. Teacher Cindy notices that her student, Danny, often holds his reading book far from his face and complains of eye strain when reading for too long. What vision problem might Danny have? Letter A. Myopia. Letter B. Color blindness. Letter C. Astigmatism. Letter D. Hyperopia. The correct answer is letter D. Hyperopia. It is a type of vision condition where a person has difficulty seeing objects up close because the image is focused behind the retina instead of directly on it. In the scenario, Danny holds his book far from his face. This means he sees better at a distance than when the book is near. He also complains of eye strain when reading, which is a common symptom of hyperopia, because his eyes have to exert extra effort to focus on nearby words, causing them to become tired and strained after prolonged close-up work. A refractive error is a problem with how the eye bends or refracts light onto the retina. When light doesn't focus exactly on the retina, the vision becomes blurry, either it is be near or maybe far objects. The 4 types of refractive errors. First is the myopia or nearsightedness. It can see near objects clearly, but distant objects appear blurry. Second is the hyperopia or farsightedness. It can see distant objects clearly, but near objects appear blurry. Third is the astigmatism. It causes blurred vision at all distances, due to an irregular cornea or lens shape. And fourth is the presbyopia. It is an age-related loss of near-focusing ability. It usually happens as a normal part of aging, typically starting around age 40 and above. Question number 2. During a school assembly, some teachers openly say that students with disabilities cannot achieve much and should not be expected to participate in class competitions. Which barrier to inclusive education is being shown? Letter A. Curriculum rigidity. Letter B. Negative attitudes. Letter C. Funding limitations. Letter D. Physical barriers. The correct answer is letter B. Negative attitude. When the teachers in the situation believe that students with disabilities cannot achieve much and should not participate in class competitions. This reflects a negative attitude because they are underestimating the abilities of these learners instead of giving them equal opportunities to join and succeed. Inclusive education is an approach to teaching and learning that ensures all students, regardless of their abilities, disabilities, backgrounds, or circumstances, learn together in the same classroom and receive the support they need to succeed. It aims to provide equal opportunities for every learner, including those with disabilities. However, when teachers hold biased or discouraging beliefs, they hinder inclusion by discouraging participation and lowering expectations. This creates an attitudinal barrier that goes against the principles of inclusive education. While the funding limitations relates to the lack of money or resources, and the physical barriers is the inaccessible buildings or facilities. The curriculum rigidity means that the curriculum is too fixed or not adaptable to diverse needs. Question number 3. During a class discussion, teacher Mark asks his students to think of as many possible uses for a paperclip. Some students suggest creative, unusual ideas, while others focus on practical ones. Which aspect of Guilford's structure of intellect theory is teacher Mark developing? Letter A. Divergent thinking. Letter B. Convergent thinking. Letter C. Memory recall. Letter D. Evaluation. The correct answer is letter A. Divergent thinking. From Guilford's structure of intellect or SOI theory, proposed by Joy Paul Guilford, explained that the divergent thinking refers to the ability to generate many different ideas or solutions to a given problem. It emphasizes creativity, flexibility, and originality, thinking in multiple directions instead of focusing on just one correct answer. In the activity of teacher, Mark asks his students to think of as many possible uses for a paperclip. Some students give creative and unusual answers, such as making jewelry, crafting a tiny sculpture, a phone SIM card ejector, using it as an emergency zipper pull, or even a hairpin substitute. Meanwhile, other students stick to practical answers, and using it for its original purpose, like clipping papers together. This task encourages students to think outside the box and to come up with multiple ideas instead of just one correct response. From the Guilford theory structure of intellect, explain that the divergent thinking involves generating many possible ideas or solutions to a single problem. It encourages creativity, flexibility, and originality, while the convergent thinking is opposite and focuses on finding the one correct or best answer, using logic, reasoning, and factual knowledge. Question number 4. A public high school receives additional classrooms and teachers to accommodate more students from nearby communities. This is in line with the constitutional provision that ensures: letter A. Students can choose private schools if they want. Letter B. Teachers can charge fees for extra tutoring. Letter C. Education is free and accessible to all. D. Parents are solely responsible for education costs. The correct answer is letter C. Education is free and accessible to all. This situation describes the government providing more classrooms and teachers so that more students can study, which directly supports the constitutional mandate that education should be free and accessible to all. Under the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 14, Section 2, it states that the state shall establish and maintain a system of free public education in the elementary and high school levels. This means the government has a duty to expand and improve public schools, including hiring more teachers and constructing classrooms to ensure every learner has access to quality education without paying tuition or fees. Question number 5. Teacher May's promotion was delayed even though she met all the qualifications and performance requirements. Which principle should the state uphold in this case? Letter A. Fair evaluation and merit-based promotion. Letter B. Loyalty to superiors. Letter C. Priority to senior teachers only. Letter D. Political recommendation system. The correct answer is letter A. Fair evaluation and merit-based promotion. Teacher May's promotion was delayed even though she met all the qualifications and performance requirements. The state should uphold the principle of fair evaluation and merit-based promotion. The principle of fair evaluation and merit-based promotion ensures that teachers are promoted based on their qualifications, competence, and performance, not because of favoritism, politics, or seniority. This principle is supported by the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 14, Sections 4 and 5. In the Section 4, it states that teachers have the right to professional advancement, and the state must protect and enhance this right. It means teachers like Teacher May should have equal and fair opportunities for promotion based on their merit. While in Section 5, it emphasizes that the state must prioritize education and ensure that teaching attracts and retains the best talents by providing adequate remuneration, recognition, and job satisfaction. It means that a fair and merit-based promotion system motivates teachers and ensures they are properly rewarded for their excellence. Question number 6. Which of the following is a direct measure of student competence? Letter A. Student satisfaction survey. Letter B. Teacher's attendance record. Letter C. Standardized achievement test. Letter D. Self-assessment checklist. The correct answer is letter C. Standardized achievement test. A standardized achievement test directly measures a student's competence by assessing their knowledge, skills, and performance based on clear learning standards or objectives. It reveals how well students have mastered the intended learning outcomes by requiring them to demonstrate their understanding through tests, performances, or observable tasks. The Standardized Achievement Test directly measures student knowledge and skills. The letter D, self-assessment checklist, is subjective and indirect, as it depends on the student's own judgment. The letter Student Satisfaction Survey measures perceptions and opinions, not actual competence, and the B is teachers' attendance record. It measures teachers' behavior, not student ability. Question number 7. A music teacher, Mr. Reyes, assigns a project to express your passion for music in any way you choose. Some perform songs, others create art pieces or written works, but he has no rubric for grading. He struggles to compare the varied outputs fairly. What is the most significant weakness of this assessment? Letter A, lack of validity. Letter B, lack of reliability. Letter C, lack of scoreability. Letter D, lack of objectivity. The correct answer is letter C, lack of scoreability. The scoreability refers to how easily and objectively a teacher can evaluate student work, using clear scoring guides or rubrics. In Mr. Reyes's case, he allowed students to express their passion for music in various forms. It may be through performances, artworks, or written pieces, but he failed to provide a scoring rubric. As a result, he struggled to compare and grade the diverse outputs fairly. This means the assessment could not be scored consistently or objectively, revealing a clear lack of scoreability in his evaluation. In essence, scoreability ensures fairness, accuracy, and consistency in grading by helping teachers evaluate student work based on well-defined criteria. The objectivity refers to the quality of being fair, unbiased, and based on facts or clear criteria. For example, using a clear scoring rubric to grade essays is objective. The validity measures what it is supposed to measure. For example, a math test should measure math skills, not reading ability. The reliability produces consistent results over time or with different scorers. Question number 8. While discussing ecosystems, Teacher Noel asks students to explain how removing one species can affect the entire food chain. What type of knowledge is being applied when students explain the interrelationship among living things? Letter A, conceptual knowledge. Letter B, metacognitive knowledge. Letter C, factual knowledge. Letter D, procedural knowledge. The correct answer is D, procedural knowledge. From the situation, Teacher Noel asks students to demonstrate the process of how removing one species affects the entire food chain. This involves showing how something happens or works step by step, which is the essence of procedural knowledge. Procedural knowledge focuses on knowing how to do something, such as performing an experiment, following a process, or applying a method to show cause and effect relationships. Question number 9. Teacher Lara designs Information and Communication Technology or ICT lessons using technology standards to help students be creative, research responsibly, and use digital tools effectively. However, one standard focuses more on her own professional use of technology rather than student learning. Which of the following standards is the exception, as it applies more to teachers than to students? Letter A, creativity and innovation. Letter B, research and information literacy. Letter C, model digital age work and learning. Letter D, technology operations and concepts. The correct answer is letter C, model digital age work and learning. In the situation, Teacher Lara designs lessons based on technology standards that develop her students' abilities such as being creative, conducting research responsibly, and Using technology systems effectively. These goals align with student-centered standards like, first, the creativity and innovation, where students use technology to create and express ideas. Second is the research and information literacy, where students gather and use information ethically. Third is the technology operations and concepts, where students learn to use technology tools properly. However, the standard model digital age work and learning applies mainly to teachers. It emphasizes that educators should demonstrate effective and ethical use of technology in their professional practice, serving as role models for both students and colleagues. Question number 10. Teacher Arman sets a rule that all students must respect each other's opinions during class debates. What type of classroom management is this? Letter A. Reactive discipline. Letter B. Preventive discipline. Letter C. Punitive discipline. Letter D. Corrective discipline. The correct answer is letter B. Preventive classroom. Teacher Arman's rule that all students must respect each other's opinions during class debates is an example of preventive discipline because he is setting clear rules and expectations before problems occur. The preventive discipline focuses on creating a positive classroom environment and avoiding misbehavior by establishing guidelines for respectful and responsible behavior. In this case, by reminding students to respect each other's opinions, Teacher Arman prevents arguments, disrespect, or conflicts before they happen. Thank you for watching.